5,000 taps and class not start yet. I want to thank you guys so much for your loyalty, your love, and your faithfulness. Uncle Cole, I saw you calling me, but you know, once me the live, me can't answer. So when I wrap up the program, me and you will talk. All right, Uncle? Big up yourself, sir. If you're just joining, you're not the one that is late. I am the one that is late. You know, work have to put in and you know the thing go. But nonetheless, I am here, Jamaica, and I want to say thanks to all those who are locked in. Good morning, Island Dreads. Good to see you, my darling. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Good morning, Taros, baby. Winsome Bennett. Nadine, big up yourself, Colors and Febby. Thank you guys for being here. Jamaica, several things to unpack this morning. Elaine, big up yourself. Tammy, thank you. Karen Harris, thank you, sir. Always tapping the screen. I appreciate that. Jamaica, a lot has been happening and I don't even know where to start this morning. When I look, I know you know I'm not going over to St. Elizabeth yet. Jamaica, it was brought to my attention that something is happening in the Ministry of Health where I don't know what is being launched, but when it comes on to the Ministry of Health and Wellness, I get to understand that Jamaica Moves, who has the I shouldn't say portfolio, but they have the mandate of carrying out the wellness aspect of the health ministry. I realized that Jamaica Moves are now partnering with another, I don't even know what to call them. But here we have another Market Me 2.0. It seems as though the Auditor General report, and the Integrity Commission's report have totally dismantled Christopher Tufton and his girlfriend's Market Me promotional agency that them have a market the Ministry of Health. Remember the backstory, man, where the Integrity Commission's report and the Auditor General report reveal that millions of contract, over $80 million worth of contract were awarded to the girlfriend of Christopher Tufton? Gager, message me after this, no man. DM me, my friend. What you say? Me and you have a project to work on? All right, sir. Just send me a DM. Y'all remember Market Me? It came out in the Integrity Commission's report, so it's not like we're telling any lie on anybody. Whereas the former, I shouldn't say former girlfriend, I think they are still together. Tufton would have awarded contracts totaling over $80 million. To a lady who everybody uptown, and it's not like they're hiding it, are together. And I don't understand where we are going as a country. And I have to blame the people of this country. I still can't blame them because many were not aware. And for the few bloggers out there who try to do the right thing by putting out the right information, oftentimes many persons don't listen, or many persons don't really have the time to sit down and listen a program for an hour or two. Hence, they would have known the backstory. And many Jamaicans would look within themselves and said, isn't this a conflict of interest? But how many Jamaican people know what is a conflict of interest? Or how many Jamaicans are educated enough? And this is what I realized with the Jamaica Labour Party. They take pride in keeping persons illiterate so they don't know when they see certain things to identify it as a wrongdoing. Thank you, Carol Miller. Big up yourself, Mrs. Blake. I realize it is the mantra and the hallmark of the Jamaica Labour Party to keep persons illiterate and dunce. Hence the reason why many persons have now become numb to wrongdoings and corruption. Like if you should ever point out a corruption, it's like it got through one ears and come through the next. How did we get here, Jamaica? How did we get here as a people? Morning, Queening. Queen of the Pack, big up yourself as well, darling. Huh? Jamaicans for Progress is asking why the most brilliant people are the ones voting for the Jamaica Labour Party. I don't know. I'm not going to interfere with the labor rights, them who come here to listen on a daily basis. I appreciate them. As long as they're not rude and nasty, then my moderators will know what to do. But this labor right is asking, how comes are the most brilliant people are the ones voting for the Jamaica Labour Party? I don't know what evidence do you have to portray this finding, but I don't know how anyone that is bright and brilliant support the Jamaica Labour Party when our economy is in a mess. We have the worst finance minister. We have the worst ministers presiding over the various ministries. And you are saying that the most brilliant are voting for the Labour Party? I will not be distracted by Jamaica Progress or whatever they call themselves this morning. Anyway, back to the substantial matter, my people, as I sup my ginger tea. So you have to drink up your ginger tea and belch off the crosses them, you know. So you see one of them just show up a while ago. The distraction, that is it, Queen of the Pack. Focus time now, class. When you look and see what is happening, starting at the Ministry of Health, right? I am getting to understand that corruption has been normalized under the Jamaica Labour Party, and they take pride in hiding corruption. So anybody that have sense, like a blogger, like myself, we have sense, and we try to educate the people, them take offense to us as bloggers. Knowing well, you know, within themselves that what we are doing is not wrong, you know. But it is the hallmark and the mantra of the Jamaica Labour Party to keep the truth withheld from the people of this country. And so Jamaica, I don't know anywhere else in this world or any other jurisdiction, any country, that a minister could be under such scrutiny, right? And he's made to remain where he is. I don't understand. There's certainly no jurisdiction, no other country where such things can happen and he or she remains at that ministry. We're not asking to fire them as a member of parliament, but the responsible thing to do is to relieve that person from all position and ministries that was assigned to him. And when I look and I see that Christopher Tufton, the health minister, for whatever is happening in his personal life, no one cares. But when you are a public sector worker and you're handling matters and monies concerning the public, then you are up for scrutiny. And what many persons find difficult to identify is conflicts of interest. So here we have Christopher Tufton, right, as the Minister of Health. And we have the member for Northwest Centre, Krista Lee, as the State Minister. And it is no secret that the Integrity Commission would have discovered that Christopher Tufton would have awarded a contract to a particular company known as Market Me. And Market Me falls under the Ministry of Wellness. Remember, it's Ministry of Health and Wellness. So separate and apart from the Ministry of Health, you have another area to it that deals with the wellness of individuals. So the exercise, your medication, those kind of things that they would look into the wellness side of your health. And so Jamaica, the Minister, Christopher Tufton, would have awarded contracts to Jamaica Moves, to which Market falls under Jamaica Moves, and nothing is wrong with that. Awarding contract to a responsible agency that can carry out the work. However, what many fail to understand is that the individual who is responsible for this entity called Market Me is the girlfriend to the minister. I repeat, the individual who is the owner of Market Me, a company that the minister awarded $80 million worth of contracts to, is the girlfriend of the Minister of Health, Christopher Tufton. And this is where many persons drop the ball because they don't stop to educate themselves and ask what is happening here. Many persons say, oh, so what? You award the contract to somebody, the worker do. We see them do whatever. But nobody is stopping to understand that these ministers would have signed and taken oath when it comes down to these things. And one such thing is conflict of interest. Whereas you as a minister, you cannot award contracts to individuals that are your family. Worst in this scenario, this lady is the girlfriend to the Minister of Health, and you award $80 million contract to this individual, right? And while Christopher Tufton came out and acknowledged that he did something that was wrong, which is a breach, it is a conflict of interest, but we don't see anything happen or anything went further. Why? Because the Jamaica Labour Party is in power and this is how they govern. So instead of educating the people of this country, identify a wrongdoing and call out the individual and take necessary actions, instead of the government identifying a problem and fix the problem, what they do is to continue in the mess and put out public stunt and public PR stunt to make it seem as though no corruption, despite an agency we are paying millions to do their job, discover the wrongdoing. The individual remain and they sees nothing wrong with that. Now, Jamaica, I wake up this morning and saw Krista Lee stretching and have a man all over her, setting her body in various positions. And I delved deeper into the video and I realized that there were other individuals there, such as Kerencia Morrison. I said to myself, say, oh, Kerencia reach here so. Babs, you know, have nothing for give for doing at the Ministry of Culture and Gender Entertainment. How Kerencia Morrison gone over the Ministry of Health? Well, Jamaica, me see the man twist up them and I put them in all kind of position and them exercise. Little did I know, Jamaica, that it seems as though the investigation that the Integrity Commission have done and would have caused significant damage to the Jamaica Labour Party. But them turn a blind eye at the Ministry of Health. It seems as though they would have dismantled Market Me. So it seems like things didn't look good. And it is clear because the blind and the deaf and the dumb could see, say, how can you award $80 million worth of contracts to your girlfriend and you don't consider that as a conflict of interest? And so it would have caused significant damage to the Jamaica Labour Party. However, the leader of the Labour Party did nothing. The individual is still there. So instead of removing Christopher Tufton from the ministry, what they did was to remove, I am only assuming, I don't know, but it seems as though they have dismantled Market Me and they have now formulated a new wellness aspect. Yeah? And the Creative Factory is calling it what? Fit Stops. Yes, see it here, Fit Stops. That is what they refer to it as. So it was launched. The Creative Factory has partnered with the Ministry of Health and Wellness to launch Fit Stops, which is a new community-based focus initiative designed to increase access to fitness and wellness resources across Jamaica. This is what Jamaica Moves was set out to achieve. This is what Market Me set out to achieve. But this is what we realize with the government today. They continue to recycle things. We see it with the Ministry of Public Works, where the Spark program became the REACH program, and then the REACH program move on to the GO program, and then the GO program recycle into the One Road Authority. All of them have to do with road, So here we have the same kind of playbook. They're repeating, this time over at the Ministry of Health. And so Jamaica, it seems as though, yes, it seems as though Market Me has collapsed. And so they came up now with a new entity and call it Fit Stops. But I want to ask myself the question and the listeners. Who is the director and the founder of this new entity called Fit Stop? Huh? Jamaica Moves and Market Me. Has Market Me collapsed because of the embarrassment that was meted out to them thanks to the Integrity Commission? I don't know, I'm only asking. Who owns majority shares in this new company called Fit Stops? I think that this should be public knowledge. When you're spending taxpayers' money and you formulate a new company and you come to the public, I think everything should be there in place online where persons can look up what is Fit Stop, what is it all about, and we can see who is the founder, who is the director, who is chairing. We need this information available. Whenever you're spending public money, these information should be readily available. And I wonder who, powering off, who owns majority shares in this new company. We need some transparency because I believe that this is Market Me 2.0 playing over all over again. I don't know. I don't know. Could it be that the member for West Rural St. Andrew, Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn, remember she's very athletic. She was once in the Ministry of Health. I don't know what happened, why she and Christopher Tufton couldn't get along, but Tufton kicked her out of the Ministry of Health and she done a national security. Now, We don't know who is behind, and this is the problem that the Labour Party often creates. They allow persons to speculate, and when you speculate and ask them the question and it blew up out of proportion now, then blame PNP and blame this and blame that. All this could have been avoided, and now me I go start call name, you know. And if me wrong, me I go start call name and ask. I wonder if Juliet Cuthbert Flynn is the owner and the founder of Fit Stops. Because there is nothing out there, so we have to call name and ask questions. So until them query these things and set them house in order, then we can know what is happening. So we need to know whether or not this is market me, reincarnation coming back all around so that Christopher Tufton can continue to award $1 million contract to individual within his family and close individuals in the Jamaica Labour Party. We need to know. We need to have transparency in this country. It's not a good look. It is not a good look. And so we are asking the State Minister, Krista Lee, to come out and explain what is happening here. Yes, we need to know what has become of Market Me. Did they dissolve Market Me? Is it any more around? We don't know. But it seems as though because of the embarrassment that was caused and the corruption that was unfolded, yeah, and the conflict of interest, they had to put an end to Christopher Tufton's girlfriend, Market Me entity. Well, here we have Fit Stops, that is what it is called, and we need some answers. Who has the majority shares in this company? Is it Juliet Cuthbert Flynn? I don't know. But we are asking. And until the information is made available, we will continue to ask the questions. Right, Jamaica? Yes, man. We have to discover and expose what is happening in the country so that Jamaicans can be aware. Because the Labour Party takes pride in keeping the people dunce in this country. So when we see conflict of interest, the awarding of contracts to them friends and family, it is a breach. It is a breach and it is wrong. And so we are calling them out on it, Jamaica. But we know it is the hallmark of the Labour Party to keep people dunce. So when they see these things, it's like nothing. But we say no to that, Jamaica, and we will continue to expose and bring individuals to the books. And speaking of keeping the nation dunce, the member for Southwest St. Anne, the member of Parliament for Southwest St. Anne, the Honorable Xavier Main, who is the State Minister within the Ministry of Finance, I don't even know why the hell you coming out. This man has been the representative for the constituency of Southwest St. Anne for 3 terms, 15 years. And we are yet to see this man stood up in the Honorable House of Representatives and give an account for what is happening in Southwest St. Anne. Good morning, Southwest St. Anne. Good morning to the people of K Valley. Good morning to the people in Burbridge. Good morning to those around the Gibraltar Division, Calderwood people and Alexandria people no stand up. Let me ask you something, the people in the Southwest St. Anne, who no have running water? Eh? Who no still a build the tank them pan top on no house top as air tank? I don't know, I'm asking. Who no have water run through, no make a sip me ginger tea before it cool. Well on the people. Hey. The ginger tea nice to see people. I don't know when the ginger tea busting off in my head, me just attack up the things them. Now, Cookie, come here, my friend. I need to know what has Xavier Main done for the people of Southwest St. Anne. Separate and apart from the heap of capture land them where take place around a Russia and around a Armadale and wherever the people from nowhere are left are coming to Southwest. This is what Labour Party does best, you know. Create garrisons and allow the heap of informal settlement to take place and then create some stronghold in the country. Xavier Main, I want to ask you this morning, what development have you brought to the people of Southwest St. Anne? Now, me want to ask the member of parliament. You are the state minister in the finance ministry. What development have you brought to Southwest St. Anne for the 15 years you have been in Southwest St. Anne? There is the Abutnot Gallimore High School. You don't know how that high school was built. You have the Charlton Primary School. You don't know how it was built. You have the Alexandria Community Hospital. You don't know how it was built. The post office, the infant school, the 4 Chinese supermarket were in the town. You don't know how none of those development came to Southwest St. And I am asking you this morning, respectfully, what development have you brought to Southwest St. Anne? I want to ask, are you aware, Jamaica, that Southwest St. Anne are one of the many constituencies that is a stronghold for the Labour Party? And in 2026, persons are still bathing in bath pans and drums. People are still carrying water because there's no running water in Southwest St. Anne. This is a stronghold for the Jamaica Labour Party. Now, you mean to tell me that the state minister and the Ministry of Health, one of the top ministries he is presiding over, and the development is lacking? I want anybody to tell me that they leave high school with them CXCs and you can say, thank God the minister or the MP brought development to Southwest St. Anne so they can survive and get a job. Are you aware that majority of persons in Southwest St. Anne, Xavier Main constituency, have to leave Southwest St. Anne to get a job? Ask anybody on the North Coast, Ochi, Trelawney, the various hotel between that elegant corridor for tourism. Majority of those persons working are coming from the hills of Southwest St. Anne. There is absolutely no work, no job, nothing this man has brought to Southwest St. Anne so that persons can remain in Southwest St. Anne and don't have to leave to go pay rent or to go live elsewhere across Jamaica because there is nothing. Ask anybody, from Southwest St. Anne, what job have this man brought to Southwest St. Anne? Other than Steve Hill and Morris Hill, dirty truck them with a car dirt. Tell me now, you send a picnic to school to go get an education, and that is the job cut out for them when they left school, to go haul dirt, and go dig potato and plant yama and cabbage. I'm asking seriously, what is it that Xavier Main has brought to Southwest St. Anne? So that's when your pitney left high school, them not have to think of leaving, where them born and grow to go seek employment elsewhere. And it's a serious question. And the same thing is happening in South Trelawney, Marissa Dalrymple. Every single individual young people have to leave these garrison areas belonging to the Jamaica Labour Party to go seek employment elsewhere. There is nothing that these MP brought to rural Jamaica where persons can leave school and say they're not figure out town or mobile or watch if you go seek employment. There is nothing that Marisa Dalrymple has brought to South Trelawney, where you can say South Trelawney people can stay in their community and they can jump on one taxi and know so they reach a work. They have to be taking 3, 4, 5 taxi every day if a journey go mobile or journey go Ocherios if you go working at the hotel. There is nothing to keep the residents in Southwest Centre. Ask them if they think the people that travel from Kia Valley come to Alexandria, from Alexandria to Brownstone, from Brownstone to Ochi. 4 or 5 vehicles them have to take to get one of the hotel work them. It's a serious question, because I don't know if I lie me I tell what significant development that Xavier Main and Marisa Dalrymple has brought to south of the island. Huh? No, it's a serious question, And to see the member get up this morning, right? To speak on a matter that he clearly has no knowledge on. Xavier Main tells the teachers that their salary remain a priority for the government. But yesterday, the Ministry of Finance is going to tell the nation that the Finance Ministry alone can no longer be able to fund paying our teachers. So now they now come and do some damage control, and certainly they cannot send out favor this time. So they send out the state minister in the finance ministry, Xavier Main. What purpose do you serve in the finance minister, Xavier? Your constituency is underfunded. There is absolutely no development. You have brought nothing to Southwest Centre other than the road fixed from Brownstone come through. You know how the road did allocate to be fixed, Xavier? Yes, it fixed and it barber green and it look good. And we welcome it. But the people of Southwest Centre know how that road was procured and fixed. Because we know Mama P procure that road from Alexandria to Brownstone, from Alexandria to 9 Mile, from Alexandria to Cave. We know it was procured. Mama P set the funds. It's just that she never win back in 2016. So you win 2016 and come and carry out the road work and make it look like it's the work of Xavier Main. People are not idiots. Huh? I'm asking everybody to ignore Jamaicans for progress. My moderators allow him to stay in the comment section. Don't block him because we want him to contribute to the success of this platform. Yes, so we want the labor rights to remain and we want him stay which part him belong, which is in the comment section. Jamaica, how is it? Yeah? That Xavier Main is going to tell us this morning what the finance ministry is up to. Xavier Main, I want to ask you the question, because since as you know, I no shame, I mean, I think I saw your mama grow your own at Gibraltar. Gibraltar people, them, no, see, I know saw your mama grow you. I want to ask you this morning, Xavier Main, are you certified? What happened to the matter where the Integrity Commission ruled the corruption with the car business them where you have? No, we want to ask. We don't hear nothing more about the case, because you put gag order and you carry the matter to court. You don't have no shame in the Labour Party. Eh? Remember me? I want to ask you if you don't have no shame. If you know say you're under investigation. I saw your mother raise you. Remember say we know say run at Gibraltar. And Gibraltar is a very humble division and community. Around there you come from. You give them water around at Gibraltar. Eh? When you drive from Brownstone, if you come to Alexandria and you reach on the long stretch of Kaiser Bridge and you turn off, you go around at Gibraltar. Road round there. Road did it from the Kaiser Bridge we grow on a Gibraltar division round where you're born and grows. No, me they ask you, Because you spend one whole heap of time in Alexandria. Remember, so you don't come from Alexandria, run a Gibraltar, you're born and grow. You do the things them for the people them run a Gibraltar division yet? Eh? Me say if you do the things them for the people them run a Gibraltar, where you're born and grow. Eh? They must set for you this local election, you know. Yeah. The woman when near Moffat will win up a Burbridge division. What is happening in Burbridge? Moffat, what is happening up at Burbridge? We are get to understand, so you and Xavier not seeing eye to eye, you know. Because Xavier knows up at Burbridge is a PNP stronghold, you know, win up there by must see 20 vote. So Xavier knows he will not be holding on to that division, so him not spend nothing up at Burbridge. But Moffat, I say you go sit down and make Xavier walk all over you. Remember, you are the duly elected councillor for the Burbridge division, you know. But that fit happen to Uno up there in a Burbridge because look how Mr. Brown do for Uno. You know, I have a lot of Labour right friend up in the Burbridge division. I want to hear what they say. Them say when the Labour writer tell me, no, the Labour right them tell me, say, you see, when he come on to the general election, then we vote for Xavier as the MP. But you see, when he come on to local government election, Labour right say them a vote for Mr. Brown because he's a wonderful councillor. So whatever happen, Mr. Brown lose by the 20 vote and then put in Moffat. Only no say, oh no sorry, so no vote for Moffat because the MP. I don't know what is happening between the MP and Moffat, but Moffat complains to Xavier not giving her the funds to do her job in the Burbridge division. Jamaica. When you look at you see you have a member of parliament like Xavier Mean, who is under investigation, who put the investigation to an halt because they have to hide and cover them tracks. This is not a good look, you know. And then Xavier come out and chat and I reassure and I tell people, how can you come and speak to the public and reassure them when you are under an investigation? For look here now. Them are no shame, you know. Eh? Them are no shame. Eh? Well, on the Escobar, well, on the Higginsland are proper plain people. No, me dear. Higginsland in the Calderwood division. Remember, say PNP win back Calderwood division. Come on. How we bright morning star. The only division PNP is 4 division in a Southwest Centre, you know. PNP normally have 2 and the Jamaica Labour Party have 2. But the problem with Southwest Centre and why Labour Party always win is that they are the 3 division them. Gibraltar, Burbridge and Calderwood. Those divisions don't really have much people than the Alexandria division. The Alexandria division, Xavier now fi campaign in none of the other 3 divisions. He can only campaign in the Alexandria division and win because Alexandria have the largest amount. It is the town center for Southwest St. Anne. So all those who in Alexandria alone, remember Alexandria is a Labour right division. Them always win Alexandria around at Gibraltar, but the PNP normally win Calderwood and Burbridge. Right? So in the Calderwood division, you have strong PNP areas like around a Stepney, up a Higginsland, and then you could place the Calderwood, a PNP area those. But we hold on upon it. You understand? So when you come on to the Higginsland district, a PNP area them days, if you no win up on them side, then none at all. You understand? But what always a beat Southwest Centre is the Alexandria division because of how the division set up. About 8,000-9,000 people live in Alexandria division alone compared to, let's say, 1,500 upper Calderwood or 2,000 around a Gibraltar, one other 2,000 upper Burbridge division. So Xavier can only campaign in the Alexandria division alone and will win him seat because that is how, you know, the garrison area, how them pack up the people in a one area and bring them in and make them squat. Yeah, that is what happened to Southwest Centre, and that is what Labour Party has been doing for a long time. Turn areas into garrison seats and watch and see if them not going to do the same thing over Portmore. They are going to split Portmore in 4 constituencies and them are going to split East Central in 2 constituencies. all over Gregory Park. Watch what them are going to do. Them are going to make all Gregory Park and so be one constituency. So them are going to win 2 seats now in that area. But the people them are set for Terry Long, you see. Them are set for Terry Long. But as I was saying, Jamaica, how is it that Xavier is going to come out and speak to the public and reassure them when Xavier himself is under an investigation for corruption? Remember, I am not putting out any propaganda about nobody, you know. I am only reiterating what is already out there. And that is the reason why many a times you see them can't come sue and can't pour me. What me I do? That's all them can't say me chat too much and I'm only talking what is out there what already exists. Me now come make up no story or no cook up nothing against nobody if you bring down nobody. I am only reporting what the news is saying about these ministers. Me not tell no lie. Isn't it a fact? Says Xavier Main come out in the Integrity Commission for corruption. Yes, something of it do with in car dealership and car this when you have and how much business and car business when you have and he never tell the Integrity Commission and then they find out and one heap of something and then he drag it through the court and the court put stop order upon it pending further investigation and then me come out and tell lie upon the minister. So why is it that they don't like when people talk what is out there about them? It is out there so people need to know. Why is it that we should cow down and cover up acts of corruption? No, it must be spoken about. People should talk about it and let them change and fix up them folly grounds. That's how it go, Frankie, big up yourself. Eh? It is out there that he is one of the illicit members. He is still under an investigation. He is before the court. I don't remember the date yet, but he matter there before the court like a Kim Brown. And Noel Reed. All of them is in the same clique, you know. And so Jamaica, it begs you to ask the question. These people have no shame when they come and dictate to people and tell people what to do when they are under scrutiny. It's not a good look. The Jamaica Labour Party and the leadership need to recuse these people and pull them from the various ministries and make them go clean up their mess and then them prove themselves innocent. Then they can come back to the portfolio. But I don't think it is right to be presiding over matters like these as a minister and you are under scrutiny. It's not a good look. It is not a good look. But as the leader of the opposition often reminds us that if the head of the stream is corrupt, then the river itself, the tail of the river itself is also corrupt. The Prime Minister is under investigation for 6 long years and Holness cannot be certified. And then you have members such as Daryl Vaz, Xavier Main, Christopher Tufton, all of these persons, you know, Bobby Montague, Andrew Wheatley, all of them are under investigation for wrongdoing, you know. And instead, Andrew Holness draw the line and separate himself and say, I am a leader and I cannot lead a country and several of you are under investigation for corruption. Let me separate myself from these persons. Andrew Holness promote them and give them ministries and then the people of this country sitting down looking and I wonder, how is it that Jamaica is falling and continue to fall? It will forever fall with the likes of these persons leading the country. Nobody said if you resign as an MP because of the people and vote for them and put them there. But you cannot have these persons that preside over the public purse and handle taxpayers' money and they are deemed corrupt. The evidence brought against them are overwhelming. They are before the courts and I think the Prime Minister should recuse them. Where is the media to talk about these things? Why isn't the media asking the pressing questions? Why these persons continue to act in these various ministries and they are under a clout of investigation? Their matters are before the court. That is the reason why, you know, Jamaica, when you look at a Mark Jefferson Golding, you know, this is the man to lead the country, you know. Say whatever you want to say about Dennis Gordon and whatever I'm getting himself with Jack then. Only not realize that Mark Golding did have Dennis Garden as one of the spokesperson for whatever ministry. Only not say Mark Golding relieve him from him duties. He's no longer a spokesperson, you know. Mark Golding will remove him from all of the committee them when have him pan. That is our leader leads. You don't see Mark Golding and Dennis Garden at no fuss. No, because Dennis Garden look within himself, and even though what he did, him have justifications for it, because Dennis could never have done what he did without the approval of the Ministry of Health. Remember, we are not running the country, so if Dennis get away with something, I must who them have a safeguard the country, bring in Dennis for him to do these things. Right? And so, when you look within yourself, Dennis say whatever was breached, which is no fault of his, it is the mechanism that the Jamaica Labour Party put in place so that corruption can continue. So Dennis Garden find himself unknowingly that he was doing something wrong, which he would have paid his custom millions by now, but at the end of the day, it's something wrong he did. We understand that. But when a leader acted, you must give him credit for it. And when you look at what Dennis did, even though he did it on goodwill, and you see, this is the reason why I cannot. And you see, my leader, Mark Golding, sometimes we have to be tough and resilient. Yeah? And allow the people. We are the People's National Party. And you see, because we are the People's National Party, sometimes one person must not make a decision. If you find, say, who you have a represent to do something wrong, and the people want you to continue lead them, leave them alone. Yeah? Because you cannot tell me that the same thing that Dennis Garden accused of doing with Jack then. Remember, Dennis Garden came out publicly and said what happened was out of his goodwill. The man is providing a service. The Jamaica Labour Party cook up something and bring him in it, where he can bring in things free of cost without paying any taxes. That is not doing of Dennis Garden, you know. That is the Jamaica Labour Party creating a loophole for persons to make money. And the man is doing what he's doing out of the goodwill of giving back. I'm going to show you something now. What is the difference with Dennis Garden's goodwill with Jack then, right? And what is the difference Daryl Vaz did by breaking every procurement guidelines to bring in the Starlink without following the proper channel? Don't it Daryl Vaz come justify it, say, oh, it was out of good grace and goodwill and the emergency. And remember that they make him get a pass, same do it, bypass the procurement guidelines and sideline every other entity and bring in the Starlink them. And him say him do it out of goodwill. And the people of Jamaica and the Prime Minister of Jamaica allow him to continue. So what is the difference? What Daryl did from what Dennis Garden did? In brat? Dennis Garden did the same out of goodwill. And on top of that, we not see Daryl Vaz say him pay back the procurement money when breach and bring in the things them. But we see Dennis Garden taking accountability and he actually pay back the custom duty that he would have gotten free. But that is the difference between a People's National Party today under the leadership of Mark Golding. He would have intervened and he made the necessary adjustment. Right? He would have removed him as a spokesperson and he would have removed him from all committees that he sat on. He certainly cannot tell him to remove himself from his Central St. Andrew because the people voted for him. You understand? But there is no comparison with Mark Jefferson Golding and the Prime Minister today. And so Jamaica, we have several other members such as the Honorable Xavier Main, the Minister of State, who sits in the Ministry of Finance with a cloud of corruption hanging over his head. He is before the court. Why is it that the Prime Minister don't ask Xavier Main to step aside as the State Minister and fix these things? And when the court rule, then he can get back the State Minister portfolio. But why is it that so many Jamaicans sit there and allow these persons and the Prime Minister to continue to have these persons preside over these various ministries with several irregularities being committed and breaches? Look at the member for Central Kingston, Donovan Williams. Look at all the councillor for the Raytown Division came out and speak out against. Those are acts of corruption. Those are not no accusation. She spoke. And we have all reasons to believe her. So Donovan Williams is there. Andrew Wheatley and Petrojam scandal is there. Bobby Montague and his corruption is there. Xavier Main is there with his corruption. The member for South Trelawney, Dalrymple, have been charged and she was brought back. Over 10, 15 thief, corrupt individuals who are under investigation, either charged, yes, or before the court currently. And the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Michael Holness, continue to give them the opportunity to serve the people. Like, how is it that you can come out and serve? Yeah? How is it? How dare you tell me how to be guided accordingly when you yourself are filthy? Eh? I don't understand how this government operates. I don't understand who is advising them. But it is clear, Jamaica, that this is the final term of the Jamaica Labour Party. It is. It is the final term of the Jamaica Labour Party. Jamaicans are upset. Jamaicans are at a point where it's like nobody wants to hear from Andrew Holness. They can't bear to see them. Look here what the government posts up and then say it's for the betterment and to educate people. Nobody wants to see them on social media. Every time people say Andrew Holness, it's like people just get cross and angry. Eh? Let us make the right choice next time, Jamaica. And I can see the ball rolling, and I can see that the people of this country are beginning to wake up and see that they would have made a bad choice September 3rd. But Xavier Main, we don't want to hear from you. Why is it that you are hiding the Finance Minister, Fyah Williams? She needs to come out and address the public sector workers. The teachers need to hear from Fyah. So I don't know why them send out you, Xavier Main. If you come take the fall. Yesterday, when you come out, come say that the Finance Ministry alone cannot bear the burden of paying our teachers. And you want to tell me that the country is running proper. I have never heard of this before. Where the Finance Minister is saying that they alone, the Finance Minister alone, the Finance Ministry alone cannot able, no more can they allowed to pay our teachers. So all the years PNP in a power, we never hear the Finance Minister come out one day yet can say we can't pay with teachers them because no money no did it. How them say the country are run good? How no can't find the money to pay the teachers them? The Finance Minister said the Finance Ministry broke. We can't afford to pay them the current salary, and we certainly cannot afford to raise them pay. So I want to ask the Labour Party some, who pay UNO in the Labour Party? How is it that every single month they find food no money for pay UNO, but a month time UNO can't find the nation's teachers money to pay them? Who is paying the government? How is it that me not hear no politician a come out and no MP a come out and say they no get their money a month time? Uno make sure pay for yourself first and make it possible, you know. And the nation's institution, such as our teachers, our police officers, they cannot get their raise a pay. And now we go have the audacity to come tell we say the Ministry of Finance can no longer afford to pay the nation's teachers on their own. So who are paying UNO politicians? Uno make sure take phone no salary, you know. I'm not gonna come tell we so no can't pay the nation's teachers. Eh? You have a right if you couldn't come out and tell we yourself. Favor, so you send this I don't know what you call Xavier. I want to know how woman live down with Xavier. The man ugly, the man ugly. How woman live down? How woman open up them crutches to them, your man here? I don't understand, you know. I don't understand how woman really live down and open up their leg and make man live down. I don't understand how women open up them crutches to them here. Eh? Them have a right to say ugly. Look here now. Xavier have a right to come out, you know, because if Favor did ever come tell the nation this, I done it done, you know. So them say no, Xavier now if he can take the fall for this mess. Classic labor right strategy. Uno go and till you strategize and strategize on yourself out of power, and the day will come. Jamaica people are going to take a break, and when I come back, we heading over Southwest St. Elizabeth and hear what the people them down at Parati have to say about Andrew Holness and the Nara. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, Jamaica. Jamaica? Only no hear what they galang over there in a party. Only no hear what the Nara set out to do in party. And you Holness want to go move off the people them off of their land in a party. For those of us who don't know party, if you should Google or go on YouTube and type it in, it is one of the most beautiful seafront prime land where poor people, parents dead and left, give them, the fishermen, them just jump in at them boat and go see, and them. It is a beautiful prime land. You understand? So what the Jamaica Labour Party sets out to do is to relocate the people them and move them from off of them land, and carry them way up in a chuku, go put them. And when you look, nothing is wrong with that, but move them and relocate them because you say a safety and sometimes the sea come up and whatever. Move them and leave the land, yes. So that's Jamaicans who want to go down there, go set up business and can't have the land to do that. But you are not going to move the people them from down a party and carry them we a woy. So you can take the people them land and redevelop it and put one of the Boundbrook or one of the Marant be a town center and transform the people in prime land and go no friend. Eh? This is what you call it, brat? Gentrification. This is not a relocation for true. They want to take away the people them lands in St. Let me tell you, no people down at St. Elizabeth. Uno fi be hard years. Do not give up on a land in the name of safety and in the name of this and development. Don't do it. Make them build up round. I don't know if you see one video on social media, YouTube, which part. I don't remember if it is in China or Russia. But the government want to make one highway. And the way in which they want to construct the highway what would have to go right through one man property and he have to go relocate and move in Likkle house. The man saying, oh, and great granny give him, in granny come back, come get it and him come get it and he want to him picking them out. So the man have in legacy pan it, But the government want to remove him. And based on the laws, right? It is up to the owner for the land to sell it. But if the owner decides that he's not selling land, there is nothing the government can. You don't know what the government do in Russia. Don't remember if it is Russia or China. You know what they do? They make one rotted highway and put the man go right round the man and the man house in the middle of the highway. You know, see like when you go around one roundabout, and you see the center of the roundabout have plants or I saw the man house in the roundabout middle, and the road, the highway make right round the man. And the man in the middle of the roundabout on the highway, the man not selling land. Yeah? I have a friend down there in Curacao. And when I was living in St. Kitts, and to all those who make it seems like say St. Kitts, this and say, me no worry yourself, I soon politics over St. Kitts, I soon go back over there. And I will be going to help me party campaign. Yeah? One Dr. Terence Drew. Already, once you see them sound the bell and sound the trumpet over there, the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party, the People's National Party sister party over there, I shall be going over there to kick up a storm. Yes. So Jamaica, I have a friend down there in Curacao. And it seems so, one man have one prime land, When me say prime land, he want little zinc shack. When he's selling beer them and he's selling little weed and he's and they want to bring in one brand new chain of hotel. Listen to this story good, Them want bring in one new chain of hotel. I think a Ritz-Carlton or no man and a Ritz-Carlton. What the hotel which part then New Kingston across from Emancipation Park name. One new hotel they make up over Mark. One name Marriott. Yes, not telling any lie. The Marriott want to develop a hotel down there in Curacao. But the beachfront property, the little man having a little shock on it. I know nobody no go want make up the 5-star luxurious hotel and bloops on the beach. Our whole zinc shack sitting. So them try high then carry the man got quote to get him off. Anyway, the man was so stubborn. The man saying nah selling land and he nah give it up and no care how much money them a come give him, he nah move. And the hotel have to downsize. So if they did want to make 1,000 room, they have to make 800. Jamaica. The plan went on and the hotel bill. And guests start come at the hotel. How much bars are sinting? Jamaica. You know say the tourists them which had come and stay at the hotel. Every evening. Everybody I look for see bar swinging at the hotel. I bet you not tell me where the people them go. The tourists them left out of the 5-star hotel and go beside the hotel, which are the man having little zinc shack and a little tattoo and he ice a chilling beer them and music. I post you see people. The amount of people surround the man zinc shack and they play music and having a fun time. Had that tourist left first world country if come see. So I am asking the people down there in St. Elizabeth down a Parati. Uno might soon land and look away now. A beachfront property that it is priceless. You know, sell it. Build up a little tattoo. Pan it, on a little zinc shack, on a little bar, and stay upon the land. Don't make the government push you off because the government are going to take it and transform it and put prime bar and restaurant pan it and have no sabotage them. Yes, sabotage them. Make a little zinc shack stay which party there. Tourists love them something there until God help you can build up one firm structure. Do not allow the government to intervene and take one land on a Parati. Because as I said, Jamaica is the same man. Then come fi run him off of the land and pay him feet. And the man stood in ground and said no. And today the man business is a prominent business today. Right now in the on YouTube, the people them will come to stay at the 5-star hotel. Every evening 5 o'clock, the people them go over across the which are them stay and they are the little shack at the bar. And if the man had given up in prime land, look at where he would be today. So Jamaica, I want you guys to listen to what the residents of Parati have to say when Andrew Holness go down there, go intervene and want them to leave Parati to give them to redevelop. Listen to this by the residents of Parati.
So we give God thanks for that. Yeah, nobody knows see where God see
people, what the man said a while ago? The man asked him if Andrew Holness come here, come have a what the man said Andrew Holness free for say why he wants because of him running world. Well, all the people me never hear good at all. I never hear good at all.
Them carry things and them there's no preparatory people there. They got all about and run up and down. No, we there, so we give thanks to God because we are doing what we have to do. We don't get nothing from them with blood. Some look food where some people send come here. And we're not leaving here, so God, this is our home. Where we have to go. Who know I'm put to that? We're there, sir, and we enjoy ourselves. Each one get one another, and we go one another. We don't get nothing. Right, Kuba? And the Likkle. Yes, right. So we give God thanks for that. Yeah, nobody knows here where God is. Nobody knows no right over we have no right. So if anybody have anything to say, yeah, come to we make we say. Yeah, because we help go on that we get food, feed and drink and put up a good place and live forever and live like that. We are in this system for the whole of us. So if we don't see 900 people come out, we speak for everybody because we are here for everybody. We don't have no help from nobody. We get help from who is around here. Yeah, black guy, understand me? We live on so they will not tell me what they say. Did Andrew Holness talk to you guys? Did Andrew Holness come have a meeting? Prime Minister have your right to say we want to say why around the world. But you have your full right to talk where we want to talk. We are here, living fine, needing help, food and water and ability and strength to build up our place to give God thanks.
Hey! No, sir, who say people that have sense don't have parity. That's right, parity people. No turn up on no waterfront property and the mechanic come push no off. But parity people stand to benefit from container home relocation. The people them tell nobody have a problem with getting the container home or put it down on them parity land. I move you want to move off the people in front of a party so you can take it. Remember, you know, a government that you know when you look and see they start build all kind of stone, push stone in the water. What they call it reclamation, land reclamation. And that I go on, you know. All the people them down a parity decide so them a go give in to the government and left down a parity. The government a go drop some bulldozer rock stone in the sea and make some barrier so that's the wave can't affect them anymore. Look how long the people them down a parity a suffer water they come in pan them. What make the government and Floyd Green not build one barrier reef down they give them and make the people them continue with them life? No, they want to relocate them so they can take it over. And I am telling you, once them the people that apparently decide so them are going to move, Andrew Holness and whoever responsible with them tugboat and them this and them are going to transfer some big rotted rock stone. You never wonder how the rock stone them over Palisades come about? When you now got airport, you know, past the how much mile a rock stone pile up on the banking for back up the sea from coming in, come wash out the road. And the same thing, them are going to do down a parity. Them are going to drop some big rock stone in the sea and build one barrier reef. So that's no wave can affect parity anymore. At that, Andrew going to do enough if help the business people, them which are buy out the lot them down there. So why Andrew Holness can't spend the money down there? Yeah? So that's the people them down a parity can feel safe and protected. Turn up on a foot down the Rasta man. You talk like a comrade. That is it, Brad. Them are going to bring in them crane and then flatbed and then tugboat. Anyway, the big rock stone fi come from, they find it and make barrier reef and protect parity from water coming in. What make them can't do it and make the people them stay on them property? If you no care and also no choose Jamaica, why you no have to sell out Jamaica fi bring in the investors them fi get the people in prime land? Why is it that the poor people, Jamaican people who have their little beachfront, no because they have no money fi put up one fancy bar or one fancy restaurant, so no must use no money and get rid of the people them so no can have if you take it over and capture. Sit down pound no land parity people. God Almighty, if we make when one next hurricane come, it pass over parity and no affect uno. Me no think God so deliberate to make uno get one of the hurricane twice. Parity people turn up on a foot and don't move. Because I am telling you, any parity people give in to the government and move off of these lands, Andrew Holness is going to put in the investment and he's going to put the barrier reef out in the sea so that the force of the waves don't come ashore as it is doing today. So I am asking the people of Parity, I know how the people them hard ears. They know hard ears and they know stubborn. But people have sense and people see what Nara is set out to do. Nobody knows how no can develop down a St. Elizabeth, you know. But the people who were there and lived there for generation, they must become the first priority. You can't want to force people off of their land all because they're desperate and they're vulnerable and they don't have a house. Feel say una go come back, uno name captain come to help us. Eh? So no feel like say because the people them down and out and are vulnerable and they no longer have a house. Uno can come now, come give them one container house and sweep them up and take their land. No! I know so it work. Give them container house and make them put it on the seafront if they want. Leave the people them lands alone, Andrew. If you're about the people, you're going to make the barrier reef from now. And protect Parity people. Why is it that after Parity people them left and you relocate them and then you're going to start intervene and protect them beachfront? No. The people who are there now down at Parity deserve to be protected. So you are telling me, Andrew, only say, you won't be protecting the lands at Parity unless the people they move so you can get it? Is that basically that him say, you know? Once them relocate these people from down at Parity, you don't think them the beachfront good white sand beach where them a fisherman, you don't think investors are going to come in, come capture it? Huh? Jamaica. This is what Nara sets out to do. But the people must stand firm and united together. Stand together and decide, say, while you don't welcome the container homes because you know house blow down, you don't give up on no properties. Make them go to the container home and put it back on the house today. Make Andrew only spend some of the millions and go make the barrier reef. So that's when hurricane should come again or no heavy rain, the sea no come up. Go and build the barrier reef and protect the people them of Parity instead of moving them from off of them land and come and talk about them not safe. So when they move, you are going to make it safe. Make it safe for who? The investors them. They are going to come build them shops and bars and restaurants. It cannot work. Parity people deserve better. Parity people deserve better. And I don't believe that for Parity people to get help, them have to relocate first. No. If you care about the people of Parity, and you, Mr. Man, I don't know, you see me in the parliament yesterday? Yesterday, I went last week to Floyd Green. He looked like he's drunk or so. Something is going on with Floyd Green, you know. Floyd are not the half Floyd. Floyd Green is not the half Floyd Green. But, as I said, Jamaica, this is where we're at. And Nara, when it's set to intervene, will overrule the people them. But the people can stand together and they can take the matter to court. If Andrew Holness and the Labour Party wish to help the people of Parity, he will start by building a barrier reef out at sea to protect the shoreline from the sea to come in. That is the first thing he needs to do. But don't come tell Parity people so they have to relocate. When you relocate them, what become of them prime property? You sell it out and start build up restaurant and bar. It not go work. Parity people have sense. Big up yourself, Prince. All right, my boss. Parity people have sense. Yeah? And I want to see the Rasta man have to buy him a cool red stripe beer. Can talk up the things then. What the man say? The man say Andrew Holness free for say why he wants to because of him run the world. But you know, him run down a Parity. No, sir. Jamaica people. Mr. The man say Andrew Holness free for say what he wants because of him run the world, but I know him run down a Parity. I want kill over. Jamaica people. Me say the Labour Party shall know no peace in that third term. You don't believe me? The Labour Party shall know no peace in the third term. In Pachagre, big up yourself, Pachagre. Jamaica, I want to commend the people of St. Elizabeth, especially them down there in Parati, for standing firm. Welcome on development. We welcome whatever they want to build up down at St. Elizabeth. Development is good and development is nice, but I believe that our locals must come first. It's full time now. Government give local people opportunity to expand and get little generational wealth. So when them parents dead and gone, the picnic can't have one business. Why is it that a rich people alone must come create generational wealth and buy out prime land, and when them dead and gone, the wealth stay in their family? No! Parity people, the majority of you are fisherman and fisherwoman. You don't want to create little generational wealth. If you don't want to be fishermen and fishermen, make you not get the generational wealth by building up a shop, selling no fish or no bars. Make you no picnic come branch off and get the bar and restaurant. You no make you no living as fishermen and fisherwomen that you no love. Leave a little legacy for no picnic. Don't sell out to no prime land to no government so that they can come make investors take over on the land and develop it in a restaurant and bar and spa and this and that while you live on hillside. Cannot work. If you care about the people, go and go build a barrier reef out in the sea to break the force of the waves. We come in, we are threatening the shoreline. That me know then. If you not do it out of policy, does the big old rock stone them, or no can go drop the rock stone them down a Parati. Pile up in the sea and build one artificial reef out there. Yeah, me are no engineer, but me know see that's how it start. Go and go build one barrier reef out there down a Parati. So that's the wave can no longer come ashore. I fool not take Parati people for Parati people are no idiot. Don't give up on the land, Parati. Big up yourself, Pachagre. Thank you, sir. Parati people don't give up on the land. And I leave it right there, so. I leave it right there, so, Jamaica. I have about 2 more matters I want to discuss before I wrap up the program. Jamaica people don't come here. On in a ear say, the Auditor General drop one report in the parliament. Nobody not hear about the report where the Auditor General drop and reveal about the Minister of Water, Matthew Samuda. Only not hear about it? Me backside don't know come here. Jamaica people, I want to make every single ministry where they audit have corruption in it. Jamaica people, only na ear said the Auditor General flag Matthew Samuda ministry. Me backside, don't come here, you can sit down. Come here, you can sit down a little bit with me people. Jamaica. The Auditor General report come say Matthew Samuda collect how much $1 billion for the budget for run the Ministry of Water. And with all of the projects them which are Matthew Samuda allocate the money for, Matthew do the project them, you know. And when Matthew do the project them, and the money left off, say for example, if you lay one pipe from Yaso to this, so cost them $10 million, Matthew lay the pipe, and the pipe cost $6 million. Now, so Matthew no put it on the record, say $4 million left, you know. No record now sure, but receipt down there say 10 million was allocated and 6 million spent. No balance on the deficit show say 4 million left off, you know. Me backside, the Auditor General go down, they go store it up. Yes! The Auditor General flag weaknesses in how the NWC spend on infrastructure. Yes! It dropped a while ago, Jamaica. I mean, you know how the blogger them not get it yet. Eh? Auditor General flag the NWC and how it spend billions, how it manage the billions it spends on the country's water infrastructure. A performance audit from Pamela Monroe Ellis found that the commission repeatedly spend less than it budgeted and breached the law on financial reporting. You hear that? Jamaica, me no good on in the report. Me say Matthew Samuda. From me see me say you corruption, and that's why Andrew was hell-bent in getting out Marsha Smith fi put you down there. Because through Marsha Smith come from a lineage where corruption is not a part of them philosophy. Only decide to vote and get rid of Marsha Smith in a naughty cent and put in you because you are one of them which are know how to creep. Like the Andrew own. Jamaica don't realize what they take place in the ministry them. Every single ministry which are they audit corruption down there, you know. Every single ministry mash up under the Jamaica Labour Party. This a report come out. I say it is damaging. Actually, me not go through yet to pick it through. And since me up on the live, me see come in my email and me browse through the hot topic and the headline. Jamaica, Matthew Samuda found one thing. Matthew Samuda found one thing. So Matthew Samuda, they receive the billions we spend and upgrade the system. And Matthew Wallan pan the money. Matthew keep back the money and not tell nobody. So no financial report not done, you know. And that the Integrity Commission and the Auditor General has said, you know, the Auditor General has said there has been no financial report. Matthew Samuda not do no financial report. So you tell the finance minister say you want $10 million, and this is just an example. A billions in get. Matthew tell the finance minister say him want $10 billion to do the water project here. How the minister give him the $10 billion, you know, and Matthew only spend $6 billion out of it. Where the $4 billion de Matthew? You need to put a check and balance. You say $4 billion remain, and you have put it yes or you have put it back. No farmer financial report was done. However, the bill is there, say only $6 billion spent out of the $10 billion. What kind of something this are going in the country? What kind of thing is going in the country? Matthew Samuda spend less than was budgeted for, and there is no financial report to show the balance of funding. Them are no corruption. Unaccounted for Patuski. $10 billion you get to do the water project and you only spend $6 billion because the record show. One receipt shows the project, yeah? Let's say them do a water project in a Calderwood. The receipt is there, Calderwood project, Calderwood water project, $6 billion. But the finance minister shows say a $10 billion was procured for this project. So where the $4 billion were left off from out of the $10 billion there. Not a financial report, Matthew Samuda not do. So the $10 billion, nobody know where it turn. A responsible leader, having unearthed or these findings were made published, a leader would say, come here, Matthew. This is what the report is saying, and I will not be a part of a government where I cannot explain what happened to taxpayers' dollars. So here what my son. We're going to find out what happened to the balance of the money, you know, and let me know so I can put you back in a position. That is what a leader would do, you know. When a minister make a government looks bad, the leader for that government have to really in that minister, you know. Especially if the report look away. The minister must clear up what is happening so that the prime minister can look good and say, it was a misunderstanding and the money was recovered and we are sorry for not. But not like that in Jamaica. There has been no financial report which shows me get $10 billion and out of the $10 billion me only spend $6 billion out of it. Right? So me balance $4 billion. So see the $4 billion we left off. You know, there has been no financial report. That is what the Auditor General has been saying, you know. You legal me own? What you say tie gear, tie head. And listen up, Jamaica. This is serious, you know. The Auditor General just sent one report down a Parliament and it table. Remember today Wednesday, you know, remember Parliament I go keep 2 o'clock, you know. Yes, and I never hear Mm-hmm. Yes, Jamaica people are hold Juliet to account.
Mr. Andrew.
So they're missing too often. So they must play catch up. So Parliament keep on Wednesday now. Yes. Well, Jamaica. Madam Lady for North Central St. Catherine will be speaking. And you know, so she is the spokesperson on local government. So all of the filth with the Hobia man and the member for Denham Town come out, come chat Desmond Mackenzie. You know, say Natalie Nita Garvey are going to make her contribution come 2 o'clock. And a hell and powder house, you know, because it's one thing with Natalie Garvey. She know how to hold this government to account. So we are looking forward to Natalie Nita Garvey's presentation this afternoon in the Honorable House of Representatives. Now back to the argument. Come here, Shorty Poopstick. Come here, Mattis Samuda. Matthew, the report in front of me when me I read, yeah? It a tell me say the Auditor General flag weakness in a how your ministry spend per infrastructure. Yeah? It said that there was a performance audit from Pamela Monroe Ellis finds that the Water Commission repeatedly spend less. That means you know one keywords. Keywords Jamaica repeatedly. That means you know 1 or 2 times. Matthew Samuda they spend less. I collect taxpayer money enough to spend on the project. And instead Matthew spend on the project. Matthew sabotage the Lord God Almighty help the labor rights them in the 3rd term. Yeah. Instead of Matthew Samuda spend the money that was allocated. The report say he has repeatedly spent less. And I know Judge Dave, what become a Judge Davis and NNN this month? They find back the YouTube channel. Anybody can confirm or they still up on the backup. They still up on Cliff Hughes balcony. I report this morning. I don't hear not a soul. I say they find NNN channel. Remember then take a nationwide channel, YouTube channel gone, you know. The end of the propaganda come to an halt. They find back the YouTube channel, Sexy Princess. Mighty God, me no know. Me no hear nobody say they find it back. Unknown for now, say no, they make a new. Because me know I want backup channel in the pan yesterday with 200 people. 200 people over there, the Kuya over here, so with 350. And big nationwide that struggle with 200 people. Only not say they lose viewership. Me no hear not a soul say nationwide find back the YouTube channel. So you know say Judge Davis wing clip, you know, him soon gone, you know, because he know have the 20,000 people over there now. If you listen to the propaganda. God Almighty, you know, see how Jesus Christ of Nazareth fight the battles of the PNP. You know, say man goal enough he come out, we just left them to God and time. And ask if God now fix them, you know, God's mouthpiece. Mouthpiece a laugh. You know, watch us what take place. God have a hand on the PNP. And we just sit down and watch God Almighty work. God just work in the country so against the Labour Party. Me say from September 3rd, not a break. Disaster and destruction after destruction. Come turn up your son, Matthew. Because we are going to wrap up the program with Matthew Samuda. What make you hold on pan the money? Imagine you come and you pressure the finance minister and you take her for kuno and tell her say your project will go cost X and you know damn well say the project no cost X, you know. And you tell the woman say you want $10 billion to do the water project. And you know say the project cost $6 billion. It's a good thing say the permanent secretary down at the water commission and at the water ministry do little checks and balance and say, yes, we get $10 billion for true towards the water project here. But after you do the water project, Matthew Samuda, it's only the value was $6 billion. So how you tell the finance minister say you want $10 billion towards the water project? All right, you spend 6 billion out of the 10 billion. That is wonderful of a minister. Yeah. I believe so if me get $10 billion for do a work, and me do the work and the work, spend $6 billion do the work, then me is a wonderful minister because me know if he cut back and set back. But you the problem coming now. The problem coming now when the balance of the money me cannot give an account for it. No, when they audit me, you know, me supposed to can prove because I am a man of integrity and I would assume that this one on the screen has integrity. So the right thing to do if me collect $10 billion, me spend $6 billion out of it, me must can give an account for the balance of the money unspent. Eh? Matisamuda, the Auditor General, say no financial reporting was done towards numerous projects, which means after you tell the minister so no want X amount of money to do the project, you do the project and the balance sheet shows that the project no cost one no ask for where the people in tax money there. Hey Matthew, where the balance of the people in tax money there? Jamaica, this is serious, you know. This is serious, but I don't get the chance to go through the report. Me only they read the headline. I got the email because it was tabled in Parliament. And from the table, you know, say it is public knowledge. And that's why Juliet Holness not like when the Integrity Commission report them table, you know, because once it table, you know, say I like a me for me hand it I go drop in a force. Well, Jamaica, this is when I drop in a me hand, and me attack. Me attack because me don't believe say people fit thief and bare face so. People fit thief but no so man. Can you imagine when who know a thief, you know? And the whole shovel out a door, you just a raking the money, you know, the whole shovel. You know, say, I can use one teaspoon and thief, and little by little, you know, say, one gas money. Me can pinch my little girlfriend and give them one gas money, and them the kind of petty thief, they $4 billion you want sit down pan. Then how you not grow an inch further, Matthew? When you sit down pan $4 billion, you know, you're supposed to give a little height. And look here now. Jamaica people, what me say? You sit down pan 5 billion, 4 billion, you sit down pan, we left off for the 10 billion. And you not grow not even an inch, you're supposed to get little height. In joules. Yeah, they make the come on. If you get $10 billion to spend and you spend only 6 billion, and you sit down pan $4 billion, you're supposed to grow an inch or two. Yeah? You're supposed to grow an inch or two, so you sit down for $4 billion and you remain the same? No, something not right. Yes, so Matthew. We demand a full explanation as to what happened to taxpayers' money. We cannot continue like this as a country. And so we demand the Minister of Water and Environment, Matthew Samuda, to come and tell the people of this country where the balance of the money there. This is not a good look. A responsible prime minister and a leader would have asked Matthew Samuda to come into his office. What is this before me, Matthew? Can you explain? And you give him some time off to go explain himself. As a leader operate. Well, I know that is how Mark Golding leads. Jamaica, why is it that every single ministry that got audit have been flagged for corruption? In JM, no, sir. Jamaica people, I am stunned and floored. As we get ready to wrap up the program, let me remind you, Jamaica, that the last Friday of this month, I will be doing a tag drive. I'll be raising enough funds because come July I will be launching my YouTube channel. and I'm putting everything in place. So far, I'm working on microphone, my lighting, my backdrop, my microphone stand, nice little studio production. Me I put on, and I'm working time, my desk and chair, everything I put on, cause I'm launching my YouTube channel in July. I think the time has come. Yeah. When I ask, Lord God, can you imagine if me can go on up on TikTok? Can you imagine when me spread out over YouTube? Then can't catch me back, They cannot catch me back. The message must be put out there. If you put out the message and the people them say, Dre, you need it on YouTube, and I go over there because I believe in myself. So Jamaica, on the last Friday of this month, June, I think it is the 26th. You see, I go enough time. I'm giving you guys enough time because I need to raise at least $800 US. Yes. Because I saw a special computer laptop with all the features for an awesome production. And I will settle for me. You don't want the $1,000 one them and the $2,000. No, I want a regular laptop. A nice MacBook, you see, Jamaica people. Likkle under $800. And I declare that I will get it. So on the 26th of June, I will be having a tag drive right here. So I'm not going to have no politics show. I'm going to just open up the phone lines where persons call in and make them pledges. I will be providing my bank detail, my Zelle, the cash app, you name it. And we are going to raise the money. I know people get money a week time, they get paid a fortnight, and they get paid monthly. So I'm asking everybody, yes, who believe in this platform, we are going to come together and we are going to raise the funds. Yes? $800 US. That is the target. And so I'm asking everybody to put aside something for the 26th of June. All right, everybody? Then God mouthpiece, come on. You know, for me, Clabba right next to me. Remember, I said it's a morning time program, It's a morning time program. They don't know, so the hot tea have to be right next to me when me a bust up the things them on YouTube. Come on. You know, so when I done decorate for me background, me Clabba in the back. Yeah. Me mug them if hang up on me little rock. Look, I'm not going to know more. All I want you guys to do is to come through for me on the 26th, and we are going to raise the money. So all who can give a 20, a 50, and all who can dig deep in them pocket and send 100, I welcome it. So I'm asking everybody, mark it down on the calendar, the 26th of June. Woman abroad, because Jamaican people have their money. So I don't want to no burden down the people and we live a foreign and feel say only foreign people. The $1,000 and the $500, we welcome them. Yes? So I'm asking everybody who wants to see the platform continue to grow to take part in the tag drive. And I'm looking forward to that moment. It is on the 26th of June this month. All right? So I'm looking for the support come June 26th, the last Friday of this month. So put on a $5 on a $10 on a 20, and who can give the 50, and who can dig deep and give 100. God bless you. So I'm looking forward to the 26th of June. Well, Jamaica, it was my pleasure being here. I hope you guys enjoy the class. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really, really appreciate the love and the support. God bless you. God bless you. Why am I telling you, say, really look forward to the program. And I must commend each and every one of you who, no matter what, give a listening ear. I really feel the love. And I just want to ask God to give me the strength and the guidance so we can continue together on this journey. Jamaica, The word is love, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time. All right? Where we'll do it all over again. The word is love, Jamaica. Take care and be safe. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Love you too, Jules. Love you too, darling. Normaline, big up yourself. And to all those who are here. God bless you, no? God bless you, no? All right? Big up yourself, Opal. Love you, darling. Big up yourself, Promise. And everybody will show me love. God's mouthpiece, I say me fi call him. Me nah no number fi call you God's mouthpiece. Can't call you on TikTok, my friend. But anyway, my lovely people, God's mouthpiece, message me. Send me a DM on TikTok. Yes. Me I look forward to no people, no, but let me don't come. No God's peace, no give out your number on public platform. Yeah, send me one DM, alright? Cause you know you have some pedophile over here, you know, the labor right them, we take your number. Me come here, my friend. God's mouthpiece, come here. Remember say the labor right them I listen, you know, and only the comrade them I listen. And some of them are all pedophile. Yes. And then we take your number and call you and tell you what they want to do with your little vagina and your burina. Yes, remember said the labor right girl will live in Atlanta. What they name Natalie? So she name. Remember, enough of them are pedophile, you know. She will take down your number and call your phone and I pretend like say she a man and say what she want to do with your little vagina, your burina. No put it past them. The labor right them a pedophile, Fyah. You want me to tell you God's mouthpiece? Do. Them over there. I'll call media with 10 name. I can't nobody good. Sunny days, Natalie. Will be there. Blessings, Jamaica, love you, no?
The all-new Hume Band 2.0 is here, the world's first longevity